Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to create a somewhat short video to go into more detail about what our class is going to look like this year. I want to introduce myself to those of you who haven't met me before, who haven't had me in class, or reintroduce myself to those of you who have. I want to go into detail about what expectations we should have for the class this year, and then I want to talk about the procedures for the next 4 weeks. Welcome to Mrs. Claypack's class. I will be teaching 4 classes this year. I'm going to be teaching a few different English 3 classes. I have one English 3 pre-AP class, and then I have an English 3 dual credit class, as well as an English 4 dual credit class. For those of you that don't know me, my family is my husband, Thomas, and then my 2 boys, Tyler and Trey. And of course, I do have a nephew and nieces that go to school in Orange Grove as well. But I don't have pictures of them because they'd probably get mad at me. This is Thomas. Thomas is an operations manager at an oil field company around here, and he loves to go fishing and hang out with his family. This is Tyler. Tyler, of course, is a junior with y'all. Here he is. Trey is in 7th grade this year. He's pretty outgoing, a little bit silly. Here he is. And there's me. I went to school in Calallen. I graduated from there several years ago. I stayed close by when I went to college, and I went to Texas A&M Corpus Christi, and I got my bachelor's degree in English. And then I went ahead and went to a graduate school and earned my master's degree in English. And a little bit later, I went on and also received a master's degree in information and library sciences. So these are a few of my favorite things. Of course, Harry Potter, which you can tell. Friends, the TV show, it's great. I watch reruns all the time. I love to go hiking and fishing with my family. I love to go outdoors with them as long as it's not too hot. I love chocolate, and I love reading and writing. I do both of these quite a lot in my spare time, and so getting to share that with you all, to share that passion and excitement about reading and writing with you is a joy for me. And I look forward to sharing it with you again this year. My favorite quote is by Mahatma Gandhi, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." It's actually what made me decide to become a teacher in the first place. And I encourage each one of you to think about this quote every day and try to live by it. Let's all try and make positive changes in the world around us and in the people's lives who surround us. Okay, so I made this great classroom here, and it had these wonderful links, but for some reason in the program that I'm using, I can't actually click on the links. It won't let me. So we're going to have to skip that for now and come back to it. But just you see the little books and the desk and the pen and the notepad here on this cauldron, and I'll show them to you later what order it should have been in, but that's okay. We're kind of learning as we go along, right? So let's talk about some online classroom procedures. Why do we need procedures in the first place? Well, we use procedures in everything that we do. When you are trying to get into your house and the door is locked, there's a procedure to open that door and get inside. If you don't follow the procedure, you're going to be stuck outside. So you have to find the right key, You have to put the key in the keyhole the correct way. You have to turn the key in the correct direction. And all of that is required in order to open the door. If you don't follow it, it's not going to happen. And so the same thing applies with everything in life. In order to be successful in learning, we also have to follow some simple procedures, particularly now that we're online for the next 4 weeks. How often do we have to do stuff online? So we need to make sure that you're checking your school email every day. Sometimes your teachers are going to send you emails directly. And if you're not checking that email, then you're going to miss out on some important information. I did share with you on Monday or Tuesday how to organize your email, and I encourage you to do that in order to be able to find those emails from your teachers easier. Your Google Classroom must be accessed every single day, Monday through Friday, no exceptions. And the only exception really is if there's no school. So like September 7th is Labor Day, and obviously on Labor Day there's no school that day, so you don't have to get online for your Google Classroom at that time. Classwork and attendance must be turned in every day. I can't stress that enough to you. So daily attendance is taken every single day in every single class that you're in. So all 8 of your classes, you have to submit attendance every day in every single one of them. That's 8 attendance forms every single day. If you don't turn in the daily attendance in a class, you're not going to be counted as present. You will be counted as absent. So we have to make sure that we turn that in. I did give you I showed you a YouTube video on Monday about how to do your attendance form. So if you need a reminder on that, you can find that video directly in the course information section of your classwork page on your Google Classroom. The daily attendance can be found in the classwork tab of your Google Classroom. There's a topic that states daily attendance, complete every day. You're going to click the appropriate day's attendance, complete the form, and then submit the form to the teacher. And if you do that, then you're going to be counted as present. There is a second part to your attendance being counted every day. You have to turn in the form, but you also have to turn in your classwork. And you're going to have classwork every single day. You're going to have different types of classwork. Some involve more work than others, but you do have to complete something every day. So there are videos like the ones that you've been watching that are embedded into forms, and you have to watch the video and then answer the questions and submit it. It's basically what you've been doing in class for the last few days. There are also going to be videos or instructional PowerPoints that I'm going to give you. These, you'll watch the videos, and then you'll take notes on them and turn those notes in to the teacher. You're also going to get assignments. These are going to typically involve you answering questions or writing something individually, not in a group or with your friends, and then you're going to turn them into the teacher. The school did purchase online textbooks this year for each of you to access, and this is through the HMH program. You are going to have assignments, tests, and readings to complete regularly all year long, not even just when we're doing online instruction, but even when we're face-to-face, there will be times when we go to the computer lab to complete some work on these programs as well. And you will get more information on this in week 3. That's when we're going to start using it. You will have something to do every single day because TEA, the state of Texas, has regulated that. The school district isn't the one that made that decision. The high school is not the one that made the decision. The state of Texas did. And so we have to make sure that you are submitting attendance and doing your classwork every single day. Checking grades. Your grades will be available as it always has been on the online school gradebook portal. If you don't have access to this online gradebook, please contact Mrs. Del Percio in the high school office, and that is the high school phone number. she can help you and give you the login information that you need for that. You can find your grades for individual assignments that you complete on Google Classroom by clicking the Classwork tab in the Classroom. At the top left corner of the screen is a link that's going to say View Your Work. If you click that link, you're going to be able to see all of your assignments. You can see what you've turned in, you can see what you haven't turned in, you can see what you're missing, and those assignments that have already been graded, it will have their grade next to it. So you can look there, and I did show you how to do this on the video as well. So you will be able to see your grades for your individual assignments completed in the HMH program as well, but we're going to talk about how to find that information during week 3. But if you want to see your overall grade and all your grades so far, you have to use the online gradebook. I can't send you that information over the internet, over the email, so you have to check it. Progress reports will be sent out after the 3rd week of school, so you should expect to see those in the mail as well. If you have any questions at all, the best way to contact me is through email. And this, of course, is my email address, tclaypack@ogisd.net. Any questions, any concerns, any suggestions, anything at all, if you contact me by email, I will get back to you as soon as possible. It might not be until the next day, but I will get back with you. Okay. So let's look at curriculum highlights. You can see the little books in the corner. We should have already covered this, but it's okay. We're going to go a little bit backwards. So this is what the school year is going to look like for this class. There are 6 units of study that we're going to look at. Your junior year, English is American literature. So this whole year is going to be looking at literature that covers the span of America. And so Unit 1 is Early America, where we're looking at writings from Native Americans and people who came and settled into the Americas as well. The first thing that you're going to read is a myth by a Native American tribe. And you're also going to read some journal entries from some settlers, as well as a first-hand account of a person who traveled to the Americas on a slave ship brought over by slave traders. So we're going to see quite a bit about what was going on at the early part of America. This year, you're going to be looking at the history of America through the eyes of writers. So it's pretty interesting. Unit 2 is the Revolutionary period. This is pretty interesting. You're going to see writings from some of the founders of our country, as well as some people who just lived during that time. And it's going to be interesting, but it's also, some of it's going to be kind of hard to read as wartime texts usually are. But it is going to be enlightening and fascinating, I think. Unit 3 is the American Renaissance. Unit 4, Civil War and the Aftermath. Unit 5, Age of Realism. And then we'll finish out the year with Unit 6, where we look at modern or contemporary literature and writings. And that's stuff that has been written in the recent decades. So it'll be good. See my little desk. Okay, so you will have homework this year, and you will be responsible, of course, for completing it. It's not going to be as intense as it was if you had me as a freshman, but you will have homework. Your homework will always be found in Google Classroom, and you will always submit it through Google Classroom. Even when we go back to face-to-face instruction, this is going to be true. And the reason is twofold. First of all, you do need to become more proficient at using technology. And also because if something were to happen and school was to close down again for some reason, you wouldn't have lost all the knowledge of Google Classroom, and you're still going to understand how to use it and how to work through it and do your work. So there will be consequences, of course, for any missing homework that you have, or honestly any missing assignments, period. Especially these 4 weeks, because it's largely on you, and there's not going to be a teacher standing over your shoulder making sure that you're working. So you're going to have to make sure that you're completing all of your work. And if you don't, you should expect consequences of those decisions. The grading policy hasn't changed. Your daily work, it makes up for 40% of your grade. Your tests and writings make up another 40%, and then your 9 weeks exam is also 20% of that grade. These are my 5 classroom rules. Be on time. That one, your time in this classroom is anywhere between 6 a.m. when I release the day's work, all the way until 11:59 p.m. whenever attendance is taken. So be on time is a relative term here, but you do have to attend every day, Monday through Friday, somewhere between 6 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. You need to come to class prepared. You need to use appropriate language. Failure to do that will result in consequences. You need to show respect both to the teachers and each other, and you need to participate positively in class. If there are any questions about anything that I've covered, if you are struggling with anything, if you don't understand how to do something, please email me. Again, my email is tclaypack@ogisd.net. We're all learning here together. This is new territory for all of us. So anything that you need, please contact me, okay? Email, and I will get right back to you. All right, y'all complete the form at the bottom of this video and answer those questions and submit it, okay? Y'all have a great day.